Hello. Well, I thought I'd just talk you through this International Titan that I'm planning to restore in the next few months, few years, who knows. We'll see how we go. But a little bit about this tractor. Built 1917 in Milwaukee, and then straight away shipped through the Great Lakes across the Atlantic Ocean, probably to Liverpool, the port in Liverpool, maybe to London, and then shipped by rail all the way to the island of Anglesey, just off the coast of North Wales. And then for the next 100 years, it spent its life there. It spent all of its working life on Anglesey. It was first owned by a cooperative of farmers, a society of farmers called the Llangaffo Thrashing Society. And I guess they must have bought this tractor. They would have had a thrashing machine, potentially a baler to go with it, and I think a group of farmers clubbed together and got the thrashing technology to do their work on the island. It got sold for the princely sum of £42 in 1933 to another farmer, again on the island of Anglesey. And this farmer took a bit of a shine to it. I think it got registered for the road in 1932, just before it was sold. There was a new instruction book ordered for it from the local international dealership on the island, which duly turned up, and this farmer used it in conjunction with a plough. We'll talk about the plough at some other point, but used it on his farm on the north coast of Anglesey from 1933 onwards, right through the Second World War. And I have evidence of it being used, or at least it being used to gain petrol from the North Wales Petroleum Division. You had to, because petrol was rationed in the Second World War, you had to prove that you were going to use petrol for a productive thing, such as farming. And so the logbook was offered up, and there were stamps appeared, 1942, 1943, 1944, I think, as well, where the petrol was acquired through the rationing system for use in this tractor. Whether the petrol all went into this tractor, or whether some of it went into a stationary engine, and indeed some of it went into the family car, you'll never know. We'll never know. But so that was that. The tractor looks like it fell into disrepair in the 1950s and the 60s. It got pushed into a shed, driven into a shed maybe. The shed then collapsed onto it. It was a tin-roofed shed with wooden poles, and it collapsed on top. And then in the 1980s, it was recovered out of the shed. It was got running again. It was painted in this green and red colour scheme, and taken to local shows. And there's a TV programme from the 1980s that features this tractor at the local vintage rally in Anglesey. So it's a nice tractor. It's got bags of potential. Notice that it's got these pads, typical for a UK tractor, a little bit similar to a British traction engine. We think that these pads were fitted in the UK, and in these holes here you could have had higher strakes, a bit more traction. You would have had cast iron strakes that would have fitted in here, gone through there, and a bolt underneath, or a pin maybe. So bags of potential.